All right. Welcome back, everyone. We're going to go ahead and get started with our closure. So Drea just posted in the chat, and I'm sure she'll post it again, the Jamboard link. We're going to be on slide 4, which is about communication and what you learned in your breakout room. So what is your stamping, your key takeaway after your discussion, after your strategies? What are you going to be trying in your classrooms, or what's something that struck with you? Slide 4 on here. Thank you to everyone who's already starting to drop in their ideas. Matthew says, I'm going to use Canvas and create classroom rules and norms. Awesome. Canva makes everything look amazing, so it'll make it look great, even if you're design challenged like me. We also have that I'm going to inventory resources in my advisory and check out podcast Makerspace kits. Awesome. Our Makerspace kits are absolutely amazing. If you don't know them, they're awesome. You get high quality equipment so that your students can podcast in your classroom. Sharing their ideas widely is awesome. Our district has been widely impacted by students making their own podcasts. That's why we have the No Justice, No Peace resolution. So getting your students their voice widely distributed is awesome. Also, shout out to Paul Clifton, the Voices of Montbello, is also another awesome student podcast. Have students in Canva make and give feedback to each other, create resources to expand their interest. Having breakouts to use video to improve their writing. Yeah, something that we're talking about in our breakout room, that students have to read their writing in a flip video. Then they are more careful about the writing process, the feedback process, the revision process, because there's just something a little bit more formal to a video, especially for students, than just turning in a piece of writing. Really powerful technique as well. Slide 4 here. We'll take one more minute to get our ideas down here, stamping it. Thank you everyone for joining us as we're coming back in from our breakout rooms. What did you learn about communication? Okay, so we're going to go ahead and switch then over to a couple of needs to knows.
Well, if you really enjoyed the learning in today's session and would like to dig a little bit deeper, you should join our PDU. So our PDU runs tandemly with the sessions of our professional development offered on teal days. And when you join the PDU, you dig a little bit deeper, you have some additional readings, you get some coaching support in really implementing in these strategies. And for that, you'll get 3 graduate level credits to be used within DPS for that salary schedule lane change. You do an end of unit presentation. It's really great. We have a bunch of returners in the room now that we would love to see back again. So we're still waiting on just a couple of last minute logistics here. As soon as we get those tied up and our PDU is live, we will be able to add people in there. However, in the meantime, if you're like, yep, I'm ready to go, I'm super interested, want to get started with this, you can send me an email or you can reach out to your digital coach to get added to the list, and I will go ahead and manually add you to our PD registration as soon as that goes live.
So the next need to know is all about Skillstruck, which is our new web-based coding platform. Because of the DPA and ATM regulations, learning.com and Scratch and a few others have gone away. So this is what we have purchased as a district to help support you with that. The expectation is that all 4th and 5th grade students will get at least 45 minutes of coding a week, whether that be through tech and STEM classes or through 4th and 5th grade science classes, depending on what teachers are available at the buildings. Asynchronous training is available in Schoology. Please reach out to me or your digital coach if you have any questions or to be added to those Schoology courses.
All right, this next need to know is a grant called Climate Champion. So the city of Denver has awarded Denver Public Schools $225,000 for student-led climate action projects. So this goes through the sustainability department, but basically any student, any age, student groups can apply. They can apply for grants from $1,000 to $25,000. They will need a DPS staff champion, so a teacher, someone who is supporting that group, and must have principal approval to work on this project. Additionally, like important information is all of the applications are due on December 1st. So this is a really good opportunity if you are interested in doing with a group of students, or share with other teachers in your school.
Also, as you are coming back to school this year, or maybe you're new to DPS, you might notice some changes in our digital tools and apps. We have our ATM here, which has been in place for years, but changed this year is that quite a few tools, of around 1,200 tech tools, websites, apps, have been restricted for student logins. So if a student was using login to log into like Zillow or SoundCloud or something like that, it was gathering gender, birthday, profile picture, first and last name, all of these really important pieces of data that then they were reselling. We have turned all of those off. We are going with just approved pieces of technology. So on our ATM, which is just the link I dropped in the chat here, atm.dpsk12.org, you will have a menu that looks like this. If it has a number next to it or a date, that means it is approved with a DPA, meaning it is full login. They have agreed to never sell our data, to let us know if there's any hacks. So you can see we have quite a few approved tools here. Also, if it is approved district-wide, all campuses, that means anybody can use it. Or then if it's just one school that's available for it, it will have that listed out as well. So please filter by your campus. And if your campus is not on here, it's because your school leadership has not submitted their list, and be able to look up your app. If you have any specific questions about, oh, we purchased this, or I really need this, please reach out to me. I am Luke_Mund at dpsk12.org, and I am available to help you with this in the process. If there is something especially that's paid, we can usually get those companies to agree to joining us. But otherwise, it's a free tool that you use. We also do have alternatives, which I'm going to drop here in the chat in just a second, that you can find, hey, maybe I liked quizzes before and now I'm going to use Kahoot. That's totally fine. We do have those alternatives available.
And now the part that everybody's most excited for. To get credit for completing this learning session, you're going to need to complete the survey within Schoology. So if you registered for this session in Learning Space, you have to go through our Schoology course in order to trigger those completion rules to get credit. You're going to want to take the survey. It's called STEAM Secondary, STEAM Strategies to Ignite Learning, grades 6 through 12. Even if you are not a 6 through 12 teacher, go ahead and fill out that survey link. And if you did not register for this session but would still like to receive credit, please shoot me an email at drea_aguirre@dpsk12.net or chat me right now in the chat. Otherwise, have a wonderful rest of your day and do awesome, amazing things with students. Thank you so much for coming.
I have a question, Drea, real quick. So when it asks who led the session, do we just say none of the above? Because it's like science, ECE, ESS, APED, and then none of the above.
That's a great question, Luke.
It should say either EdTech or STEAM. Let me pull up the form.
No, it doesn't. It has an option for that. So I'll just say none of the above.
Okay, that's-
Yes.
Okay. Thanks.
We'll get your feedback just based off of the course title.
Got that right.
The form says CTE Ed Tech. Is that the same thing? Is this under CTE? No? Okay.
Felicia, have we joined a new team?
APED does have their own one, so is there something we need to know?
We're not.
Nope, not that I know of. Oh. Say it, I'm trying to-